Well, Daniel, you're not too off base with the goodbye music. It's not Saturday Night Live goodbye music, but it's definitely goodbye music of a sort. Because, you know, today our judge friend here had a docket call in Harris County, Texas. And when you hear the guitars crying and the keyboards whining, somebody in Harris County, Texas probably has the blues tonight. And it might have something to do with our friend here. He's just trying to help him out, though. Just trying to help people out. Judge gets bum rap sometimes. He's got to do what he's got to do, people. Sometimes you just leave him no choice. All the hoodies in court, everything else, all the shushing. Shh. Too loud in here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your lone wolf Usul, and this is another edition of Fleischer Forum, live from the court gallery. This is where we get together and talk about the day's docket, case that happened, what we think about it, in chat. That's what we got going on here. And frankly, we're getting started. And now's the time we're going to do it. Love you guys. See you at the end.
All right, you ready, nerds? Let's roll.
8, Clark, come on up.
You were Joseph Clark. The Clark, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, good morning, Alex.
Right. Officer was working an extra job at a bar in Harris County, Texas. The defendant was asked to leave by bar employees because he got into an altercation with another individual. The defendant returned several times despite being told to leave by the officer. The officer then attempted to escort the defendant away from the parking lot, but the defendant continued to walk towards the entrance of the bar. During the escort, the defendant continuously pulled his arms away from the officer, and the officer then attempted to detain the defendant, who again pulled his arms away and locked his legs to prevent him from being moved.
All right, Mr. Clark, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Please do not go back to this location. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How old are you, sir?
25 years old.
What do you do for a living?
Blue collar work. I'm in the oil field.
Okay, how much money do you make a month?
Depends if I work overtime, what I do on the side. Depends. Probably I'll say like $5,000 a month.
Okay,
If
we're gonna reset your case, give you time to hire a lawyer.
I have a
So-
lawyer. I actually hired.
Just, I don't want to get into anything. I just,
Yes,
do you, have you already hired a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Who is it?
Slider and Sharma.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do this. Let me just have you take a seat while we wait for them to come back. I'm gonna create bond conditions that you're not to go back to this location, and
Yes,
that's
sir.
it. Don't get in any more trouble. Don't pick up a new case, otherwise I'm gonna revoke your bond. I know you want to say something, don't.
Yes, sir.
I mean, just a bunch of DAs here. Anything you say, they can use it against you. Just wait for your lawyer to get here. Ask them the question, and then they can get back to me.
Can I say one more thing?
Don't, just don't. I know you're itching. Don't. I'm trying to protect you.
No, this is nothing.
Don't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just wait for your lawyer. I promise you. Don't be here short.
Yes, sir.
I'll have you sign a wreath of Victoria. We'll have you just take a seat in the back while we wait for Mr. Slider.
All right, Judge, next is page 9. Delisling.
Good morning, Mr. Delisling.
Morning, sir.
Do you have a lawyer today?
I got a court appointed one.
Take a seat for me in the jury box. We'll appoint your lawyer today. You're not allowed to leave. You appoint him a lawyer, please.
Next is page 22. Robinson, come on up.
You are Lester Robinson. Mr. Robinson, you're charged with tampering with the government record. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay,
One moment, Judge, I apologize. It's loading right now. That's okay.
Sorry, Judge, internet's a little slow this morning.
good morning, Morgan.
You got it.
Ready, Judge.
Okay,
On December 9th, 2024, a traffic stop was initiated for a defective left headlamp at Will Clayton Parkway in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer ran the temporary license plate, which came back to a different motor vehicle. The defendant stated he put the license plate on the vehicle and was fully aware that the temporary tag belonged to a different vehicle.
Robinson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, sir? Can you run his license, please? Okay, you're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. Do not drive unless you have both. Do you understand? If you violate these conditions, I'm going to revoke your bond. You will go to jail. No more PR bonds, sir.
Eligible, Your Honor.
All right. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, we'll just get you out of here. When you come back, please have a lawyer.
All right.
Please.
This way. Next, Judge, is page 28. Thomas, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Thomas. Sir, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 2nd, 2024, officers were conducting a routine patrol in a marked vehicle and wearing marked uniforms. The officer ran a license plate through MDT and received a stolen vehicle hit. The officer drove behind the stolen vehicle, which eventually parked, and the officer initiated a felony traffic stop. The defendant then exited the motor vehicle by opening the front passenger door. The officer gave verbal commands, and the defendant evaded by running from the scene approximately 0.3 miles until he was detained.
Any co-defendants?
There is a co-defendant, Your Honor, and he's currently charged with UUMB in felony court.
All right, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do not hang around with the co-defendant. Do you understand? I'm making that a condition of your bond. How old are you, sir? What do you do for a living?
Currently unemployed. I'm going to high school.
Good. I'm making that a condition of your bond. I'm also ordering you not to use any drugs. Do you understand? I'm sending you for a test now. You must go test and then come back, and then we're going to talk about the results. And I'm happy to appoint you a lawyer today. No more drugs. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just take a seat for me. We'll send you, and then we'll have you come right back, sir.
I already have a lawyer.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll also wait for your lawyer as well. Okay. Please.
Judge, other than drug testing, what were the conditions?
Let's wait until he comes back. Okay.
Yes, Judge, I have to generate the form that says it.
Just for now, just no alcohol, no drugs, no hanging out with the co-defendant. Don't break any laws. No driving without a valid Texas driver license, and stay in school.
That's it for now, Judge.
Okay.
Yes.
Moreno Vasquez.
Will.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Judge. May I approach? The plea ready for you on Rashelle.
All right. Alexia, Rashelle, come up.
We were just going to do this plea a couple weeks ago, and Your Honor,
You don't
encouraged
Don't
PTI.
have to say anything else.
Okay,
If
okay.
it just doesn't work, it just doesn't work. I mean, Miss Rashelle, you're old enough to understand that actions have consequences. And then when you do this, this is a lifetime action, You cannot come back in this future and say, you know what, I changed my mind. I've got buyer's remorse. I want to return it. Like I want to go to Target. Once you plead guilty, that's it. Goes on your record. And there are consequences. You get pulled over, an officer is going to see this. You have the smell of alcohol, you got the smell of dope. What's going to happen? You have to be conscious. And what we're doing today, the proverbial slap on the wrist, from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine the accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged, read in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeals, is what I was saying, that once you plead guilty, there's no turning back. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. But like I'm telling you, this can be used to enhance punishment in the future. From now on, you will be looking at a second DWI if you pick one up. And from now on, it's up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine, not to mention a minimum of 30 days. Do you understand? All right. How did you plead? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty and I'm going to sentence you to the 3 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days, ma'am. Do not drive until you get a license. Now, the other thing that you need to understand is DWI is extremely big business in the state of Texas. And when you pick up a DWI, there are surcharges in the amount of around $3,000. If you have a 0.15 or above, it's $4,500 that you owe. And if you don't pay it, you don't get a license until you do. Do you understand? On a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge, not to mention court costs. So you pick up a second DWI, you could be looking at around $7,000 in fines and fees when you walk out of here. So what I'm trying to tell you is one button on a phone, one button, wherever you want to go, they'll take you wherever. You understand? Where do we go from here? As far as surcharges and
Rachelle's currently not working. She just got evicted from her apartment actually, and we'll be moving back to Arkansas, back home. So we have to have surcharges.
are you working?
No, I recently lost my vehicle, so I'm not able to get to work, which is why I recently got evicted, which is why I can't do the PTI. So I have to, I got the letter.
Are your folks around? Okay, go back. Go back. There's nothing wrong. You know, when I graduated law school, I was what, 30s? I went back to my folks. I lived with my folks until I saved money, a ton of money, and I was to be able to get something else. There's nothing wrong with it. Go back, get on your feet, and be the best person you can. But that's what it's about. You know, there's nothing wrong with going back to live at your house. Really. I did it, and we all do it, you know? All right, I'll waive your surcharges. I'll waive the court costs. You're not going to go anything when you roll out here. The only thing that we ask of you is think before you act. Think before you speak, because God forbid you make some kind of mistake that's so catastrophic that you can't go back to mom and dad. All right? Good luck.
Judge.
I need the I need the form though, please. Hey.
So Joe, did only do testimony Tuesday? Parents for Tuesday, just normal setting. Do you still want him on for Monday, Thursdays? Or would you like to take him off?
I think we were still doing Monday, Thursdays, right? No, just do the regular reset until then, and then I'm putting the baby to bed at that point. That's it.
So we can fix the Monday, Thursday?
Yeah.
Yes, Judge.
Judge, she's approaching on page 2 and 3 of EVR.
Yeah, Mr. Garza.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. So
I'm sorry.
I have here listed as the lawyer, the defendant.
Yes, for Mr. Romero?
No, it's Valderas, right?
No, sir. I'm appearing today for Romero, Guevara, Carlos Rene.
Okay, give me a second.
Page 24, 25. No.
Do you have a cause number, please?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Let's, 254-22350.
Zero might be too much.
No, that's court 4, Judge.
You're in court 4. You need to go to court 4. This is
Court
court
4?
5.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Have a great day, Your Honor.
That's okay. Good luck.
Good one. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Judge, did you want to call up a few THAs?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
First one is on page 10. Foster, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Foster. Do you have a lawyer today? What? I'm sorry?
Lack of funds.
What are you doing about your lack of funds issue?
I just did a lot of applications, but I got a case pending. Because my case is pending.
When is the last time you've had a full-time job?
Check when was the last time. I worked at Clydeburg Communities right down the street off of Willard about a year ago.
So how do you survive? Correct. You need to eat. You got kids?
I got kids. I told you that last time.
How are you supporting those kids? How are you supporting those kids? Those kids need to eat. They need food. What have you done?
I was
Here's what we're going to do.
on the side.
Mr. Foster, here's what we're going to do.
I need a job though.
And we're going to make sure that that happens. So I will give you an application for an appointed lawyer today. And I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks. And I want to see what, if anything, you have done to get a job. You telling me I filled out applications? Listen,
I got some.
I'm not going to
on
argue.
today. I got some on
Mr.
Wednesday.
Foster, I'm not going to argue with you.
I got jobs lined up, but it's not consistent. It's money here, money there, money here, money there. But everything is not
Kids
consistent.
don't eat here. Kids don't eat there. They don't need clothes here. They don't need clothes there. You need a full-time job. And if it works, if it means fast food, then that's it. I'm going to give you an application today, but I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks and I want to see what you've done to get a full-time job.
I just got hired at Kroger not too long ago. They hired me,
Stop.
fired me because they said my background check didn't come through.
Stephen, I'm not going to argue with you, dude.
Come on.
Go ahead and sign for your reset. All right, Judge, page 24.
You know what? Hey, I'm sending him for a drug test now too. Foster, bottom of page 10.
Rodriguez, Christian.
Good morning, Mr. Rodriguez. Do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about that. Tell me what you're doing about that.
Well, I had called, but they said I had talked to you. I needed more time to get one.
Okay, sure. I'll give you more time. Yeah, if you want to head on over to Victoria, we'll have you sign a reset and good luck.
Okay.
For sure.
Judge, next is page 27. Joseph.
Mr. Santian.
I have an attorney.
Do you? Okay. They're gonna be here today?
Yes.
Wonderful. Just take a seat momentarily and then we'll. Hi, Doug. How are you? Come on up.
An off-docket matter.
What's your cause number?
It's 253-8206. Ning Robert He, H.
Okay. Are you just now signing on?
No, I signed on initially. I just want to let the court know he is out of town on a business trip. He's a senior tax analyst for some major
Let your
corporation.
child know whatever you need.
He had to call in today and he's out of town.
About it. Just let them know and you're fine. Okay,
Thank
sure, of course. Good to see you, Doug. Josh, you need me? Hi. I'm ready when you are.
CEP.
With a C, right?
Right.
Come up, Ms. Cepeda. Are we going on which one? Good morning, Ms. Cepeda. You were charged with 2 cases. The one that you're pleading on is the DWI. On that case, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 19 days that you've done. Understand this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. Do you understand? Is this 2 or 1, Josh?
This is what we're pleading on DWI and dismissing the prostitution case.
Right, but I mean, is this?
Yes, Your Honor. It's the first.
We can talk while
Are you on probation or parole at this time?
the only case she's scheduled for a TRAS. I think they offered a probation on her possession case.
You need to be careful, man. You know, if you get on felony probation, you have to live like you have a halo above your head because you can be facing a lot of time elsewhere. You understand? This case is going to go on your record. It's going to be there forever. What you need to understand is that from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases. The other thing is with your record, if you get pulled over in a car, you need to understand that it's a very good possibility they're going to harass you just because of this. Do you understand? So don't give them the ammunition to mess with you. You understand? It's not hard. One button on a phone will take you anywhere you want to go. 30, 40, 50 bucks, really. You understand? Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You could be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it's going to go on your record. You can never take it off. You understand? This is what you want to do. Okay, how do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? Understand you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine, but I'll sentence you to the 30 days in jail, credit for the 19. Also understand there's fees and surcharges in amount of like $3,500 here. I will waive it, but if you come back on a second DWI, get ready because it's a $6,000 surcharge. All right? All right. Good luck, man. I am going to suspend your license for 90 days as well. Run it, CC. Okay, good luck, Mr. King. All right, thanks, Judge.
Judge, are you ready for a
Just
Spanish
abandon it.
GJ?
No, I'm not. Come up, counsel. Yes, sir.
This is on Noah Montgomery, Judge. He just returned from his test over at pretrial. Apparently, he tested positive for THC.
Where is Mr. Montgomery?
He's here right now, Judge. You like me to bring him up?
Yes, please.
Mr. Montgomery? Just for the court's recollection, Mr. Montgomery is 17 years old. He's a high school student. Without going into specifics, he has some mental health issues. I spoke with him and his grandmother. They're willing to, if the judge entertains it, send him to a rehab facility or do something other than sending him into jail.
We're not going to let you just smoke weed while you're on bond. You're not allowed to. I told you not to, and you're testing positive. I'm going to set you off 2 weeks just to give you the benefit of the doubt. It's been 40 days, but if it tests again, it's just not going to go well.
Yes, Your Honor.
I told you no. That's it. Do you understand? What are you doing with yourself now?
School.
Are you actually in school? Are you going full time? Are you attending your classes? Are you attending classes? Are you actually going? All right, I'm going to set it off 2 weeks. I want to test him to make sure that we get the benefit of the doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't use. If you come up clean, we're all going to be happy. But if you come up dirty, that means you've continued to smoke. Don't.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay. Luis.
All right, so the next one is page 11, Yames, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Gomez.
Yes.
Do you have a lawyer today?
¿Tiene abogado hoy? ¿Tiene abogado hoy?
No.
No.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
Dígame qué está haciendo acerca de eso.
Trabajando para pues llevar mis diligencias cada día. Tengo pruebas, traigo unas copias que me validan que sí estoy pagando.
La única cosa que yo quiero saber, si tú tienes un abogado, si no, ¿qué estás haciendo cerca de eso? Nada más. No quiero saber nada más.
Trabajando.
Working.
Trabajando, consulté a un abogado, pero se me hace muy dificultoso pagarlo. Con un
Consulted
down
with one
payment.
lawyer and it was too difficult to pay for it.
How many lawyers have you spoken to regarding hiring on this case?
A ver si lo puedo contratar.
Con dos.
With two?
That's not enough. There are a gajillion and one lawyers in Harris County. 99% will put you on a payment plan where you pay as you go. You've had two different settings now, and you've talked to two lawyers in two different, that's unacceptable. You need to talk to more. You may talk to 10, you may talk to 15, but you need to put effort into it. 99% will put you on a payment plan where you pay as you go, and you can negotiate.
Puedes negociar con ellos.
Entiendo.
I understand.
Entiendo, pero es difícil. Yo tengo mis pruebas, mis copias de que le estoy pagando mis billes y el abogado se me cobra down
I have
payment.
proof of how much payments I have to do for my bills and the attorneys are expensive.
Down payment como $2,000 y con todo esto se
Asking
me
for
hace
like
bien
a
difícil.
$2,000 down payment and everything else is hard.
You talk to two lawyers only. You need to talk to more lawyers. Other lawyers are different. Not every lawyer is like that. We gave you a lawyer on the first one,
Damos un abogado en el primero.
and 3 months later, you pick up another DWI. You need to start talking to other lawyers. It's time. I'm going to have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset. And if you need to talk to 10, if you need to talk to 15, that's what it may take.
Sí, tengo un problema con mi dispositivo que no me permite estar muy fuera de 5 días, 6 días, 7 días. He perdido 2 trabajos ya, 2 proyectos por cuestiones de esto.
Device.
I'm not going to talk to you about this is why you need a lawyer. But I'm
bien difícil ir y no tener quien lo lleve, cómo manejar, o sea, es más difícil pagar.
It's more difficult to pay.
I don't know. I mean, just
okay. Bien difícil.
You do not have a license. You are not allowed to drive.
I know.
That's it. We've asked you not to consume alcohol. Stop. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah. Espera, ¿cómo está?
Just take a seat for me.
Officer,
Hey, Mr. Booker,
That first desk.
come on up.
that was CHA.
I'm not ready yet. Just have him sign it to be ready, but I'm not ready.
Clark, Joseph.
Hey, how are you?
I have Evan Nelson, Judge. I'm approaching because of the age of the case. I am, however, appointed in August. I believe the case was initiated in May. And we are getting close to wrapping up. Wanted to see if you would be amenable to a reset so that I can provide some information to the state that helps to resolve my client's belief that this is a good result for him. He was offered a time served on it, which we think is okay. However, there's a condition that we're looking to see if we can negotiate with the state. It's going to require us to provide an affidavit, which I've explained to him today. Something that he needs, he can get it. He thinks he can get it in about a week and be back here.
Where is Mr. Nelson here?
He is, Judge.
Okay. How much time do you want?
The more the merrier, but if I needed to come back next week, I wasn't.
I'm happy to give you 2 weeks if you want, but that's, I mean.
Understood.
Evan Nelson, come up.
I'll talk with Ms. Victoria and work it out. And Judge, since I was appointed to his case, he's been great with communication. I don't have a problem with him showing up.
Case is 206 days old. It's time to be done. We set cases for trial at 180 days. As a courtesy to Mr. Brooker here, we will give you 2 weeks, but you're not going to get any more time after that. You must either accept a plea bargain from the state, or I'm going to set your case for trial at that point. But I'm not giving you any more time. So you need to do whatever you need to do by the next time. Do you understand? You're out of time after that. Okay.
Thank you,
Got
Judge.
it. All right.
State.
So it's 2 weeks, clear trial.
Clark, Joseph.
Hey, Kavita.
Morning, Judge. I'm here on Joseph Clark. Morning, Judge. I'm here on Joseph Clark.
Okay. I've got Clark here now. The only condition that we did was just don't go back to that location.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me see if I got the conditions yet. This is your lawyer on the screen now. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you've gone MIA, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. You pick up a new case, you violate conditions of your bond, likewise, a warrant for your arrest will be issued. I'm not asking much. I just want my public safe. That's it. You understand? Okay. I think you've already signed a reset. We got to wait for your bond conditions to come up. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. You can just take a seat over there, but don't leave until you sign. Oh, okay. Kavita, let me get your date.
Thank you, Judge. Any date in January works, Judge.
Stephen, do me a favor. Let's do this. If you can give him an application to the gentleman over there that we put over there.
Mr. Gomez?
Yeah, and every blank filled out. I need to know everything to see whether he even qualifies. But let him know, please be truthful. Okay. Hmm? Hi, Casey. How are you? What's new?
Not much. I'm just trying to get through this week because I am going on a trip next week.
Nice. Where are you going?
We're going to France, Iceland, and Denmark.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous. Wow. Are you going 2 weeks or what?
Yeah, it's like a 10-day trip. So
That's so great.
my mom got on this kick where she's like, I've never traveled and I'm gonna die. And I'm like, you're not even 16.
Have you considered or looked into like tour guides or anything?
Yeah, so we have a 2-day tour booked in Iceland.
No. Oh, so you got to look at Rick Steves. Do you know who that is? Okay, Rick Steves is a guy that's got a show on PBS, and it's so great because this guy has a travel book, and he tells you if you have a certain number of days and you're going to a certain number of location, he'll tell you what to do,
I love that.
where to go. He'll tell you how to get tickets in advance.
I
so
definitely
that
need to look into that because I was their travel agent.
But here's even the better thing is like, I'll give you an example. When I went to Rome with my wife on our honeymoon, he has a guidebook. And he also has on iTunes podcasts and virtual tour guides that you download to your phone. So when you go to like the Sistine Chapel,
Yeah.
you walk in and you turn it on and you go, okay, he'll go, okay, walk 5 paces, look up. And this is a fresco that was painted by Michelangelo. And this was the date. And this was the thinking at the time.
Going through like their little
Right.
thing.
It's so
Probably
great.
way better and more.
And dude, I'll give you another example. Like when you go in Venice, they have the Grand Canal where you get on one vaporetto, you go through the entire thing. Like you turn on one of the virtual tours and he'll go, okay, so as soon as you get on the boat and the boat starts moving in 2 minutes, press play. So you press play. All right, the boat's moving. Look to your right. There's the Guggenheim Museum. This is what was done there. So look into
Name
his,
again?
Rick Steves.
Rick Steves. Okay.
He's just, and he's got it for all over the world. It's great. Yeah.
I'm gonna download that.
When
one.
we go anywhere, which is not lately, because
Yeah.
we take Rick Stevens with us everywhere. It's like a Bible. It's
Yeah,
so-
that's awesome. That's good to know. I've
Take
never
a
heard
look.
of him. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the recommendation.
Because when you go and when you know what you're looking at, it's
Yes.
just so much more
Oh
memorable.
yeah,
You
no,
know,
I like to know because usually I Pinterest everything and I'm like, okay, we're gonna go see this thing. And my
Right.
parents are like, cool, it's another building.
is when I did it, it was free. I don't know if it is now. The
I'm sure it's not too expensive. If it is,
no, it's
so.
anyways. Who are you here on?
Terrence Bruget.
Okay. Okay, it's getting up there.
So we have a motion to withdraw on your queue on it for lack of payment. He is here today though.
Come up, Terrence. It's old though, man. You know.
I
It's-
understand.
There's nothing worse than when your lawyer is upset. You know, do you work? What do you do for a living? Okay, so you don't work for free, do you? You don't work free, do you?
I don't work for free, but I did.
So I don't want you, it's a rhetorical question. The thing is that your case is old and it's now where it's either put up or shut up and we're ready to go to trial. You know, your case is 140 days. In 40 days, this is when we set the case for trial. It's time to figure out what we're going to do. You know, I'd like you to get together with them to see what you can do to try to mend the relationship, but it's old and it's time to figure out what to do. You know, can you try to see if there's something worth salvaging you can
He's
mend?
communicated with our office, but there's still a large chunk that he owes. I mean, he can't guarantee us when he'll ever be able to get it to us. So that's just kind of where we're at this point.
So can I talk next week? Okay, I did discuss with the representative in charge of the payment, but
Our office manager.
The office manager. Honestly, I was supposed to pay before the end of December, but I did get sick. You know, I did have some things going on, so I would like them to reconsider.
Do you still work full time? Do you earn a salary?
When I did get sick, it did affect my paychecks, you know, for like a month. So I get paid every 2 weeks. I don't make go driving, you know, so if I don't drive.
Salaried employee?
I get paid per hour. I don't get a salary. Salary is 6 per month. I don't get.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a medical driver.
A medical driver?
Yes.
Okay, and how much money do you make an hour?
An hour is $15 an hour.
Yeah, I mean.
But it's not like that's something I did get sick, so I've been working for some time. I was in pain, I couldn't even walk. And I went to ER.
So when is the last time you've worked?
I did get back on my feet and
so you're telling me you haven't worked at all? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yes, they're like recovered for like a quite a week and it did affect my paycheck. So I haven't been able to make the payments that I was making. But I did make a payments like I think yesterday. I didn't even make a payment, so I need more time in order to make more payments, to the point that they will reconsider.
We're at the stage where it's time to set your case for trial or end it somehow. We're not at the stage where we're going to push your case another 6 months no. It's time to work these things out. I mean, there's no way to.
I mean, that's up to your discretion. I can let the office know if you don't want to sign our motion, and then we'll continue to work on the case, but.
If your honor, you can give me more time, I will get back to a certain point that they'll be able to consider for the.
How much time are you talking? Say it again?
If I can have a month or 2 months or small payments.
So let me see, I'll have you fill out an application, but I don't know if you're going to qualify for an appointed lawyer. You need a lawyer to represent you. And I'm going to tell you now, even if I let them withdraw, whoever you hire, you're going to be in an extremely fast track getting ready for trial because your case is 140 days. And like I told you, at 180, we set that for trial. I need to know everything about you, how much money you make an hour. I need to know how much money you have in the bank, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, what kind of cars you drive, everything about you to see whether you qualify. If you don't qualify, you're going to have to go hire someone else. And then you're going to spend a bunch of money elsewhere.
So let me ask you a question. How long can I have in order to be back on track for the payments?
I don't know. That's something that you need to negotiate with them to see what they're willing to take. But I'm going to tell you now, if you don't qualify for a lawyer, all the money that's been already spent, it's just,
But she is on a PTI track, and at this point, he's also gonna have to spend the money on the fees and stuff for PTI.
Look, I take this seriously. I don't give out lawyers like it's candy on Halloween. You truly have to qualify because when we give out court-appointed lawyers, it's I pay for it, they pay for it, they pay for it. We all pay for it. And I take it seriously, and it's not fair to just hand them out. You have to qualify. I'm following the law. So if you want, how do I pronounce your last name?
Bugr.
Okay. If you'd like, I can have you fill out an application to see whether you qualify. But if you don't, like I said, it is what it is.
You may have at least a month to be able to get the balance, please.
Of course.
A month.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, we're not going to sit this where you're going to come back in a month. Nothing's happened. I'm not going to play this game. We need to decide today what's going to happen because in a month, now we're at 109 so let's do this. If you want, I can give you an application to fill out. I can wait to see whether I'm going to grant or deny your motion. In the interim, if you want to try to negotiate something, I don't know. But like I said, I take giving court-appointed lawyers seriously. I don't hand them out like candy because the public pays for it. And it's not fair for them to pay for something when you can afford it. You just don't want to pay. I don't know how much money you have in the bank. I've never met you, sir. I don't know who you are. I don't know what kind of car you drive. I don't know if you drive a Shelby Cobra. So let's do that. I'll have you fill out an application. If you want to try to talk to them to mend the relationship, perhaps that can work. If not, I'll wait to get your application and we'll go from there.
Yes, I want to talk to them. I want to try to have a deal with them, please.
With what?
I'm trying to see what kind of deal I can have with them for payment plans.
So you can go call the office again, but they've already told you no.
Yes,
So
you have to understand that relationships are built on trust, right? And if you're not forthcoming with the side and you put them off and you put them off and you say you're going to do this and you say you're going to do that, and then you go back on your word repeatedly, that goes a long way, So I'll have you step back. You tell me what you want to do. I'll give you a couple minutes. I don't want you to make a decision here. Take a step back. You guys just let me know what you want to do. All right. Please.
Thank you.
For sure. And thank you for Casey for.
Yeah, no worries.
Of course. Will. Hey.
Another plea for you, Judge.
Okay.
Romero.
Yeah, I saw that you had another one here. Oh, are we doing a plea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Romero Javier, come up.
Order in the court.
Was restitution paid?
We're not able to pay restitution. The state has,
No.
the state hasn't contacted the complainant in 2 years, Judge.
Question. Because here it says on 12/2, $250 restitution was due before the time served was offered.
I talked to Morgan. I talked to Morgan about this.
Yes, Judge, and he's correct. The last time that the complaint has been contacted is 2022, and we haven't been able to reach out again. We haven't been able to get in contact.
Have you attempted to reach out to the complaining witness?
We can reach out if you want us to. We can reach out.
You haven't reached out?
Since the last work we have is from 2022, Your Honor. And so we can.
I mean, we reset this from 12/2 to 12/9 to 12/16, 3 different times, and not once has the complaining witness ever been attempted to be reached. Am I getting that right, Alex?
That's correct, Your Honor. Not since 2022.
Judge, this complaint was read in 2022 by Mr. Morse, and defense advice, and last time we approached regarding this case, we said that, restitution and take a plea, but defense has advised me that he can't pay the $250.
No, it's not fair. I mean,
the state attempts to get a hold of them again and just simply can't. Will that be okay for the court?
I mean, they have before. That's always been the.
I understand that. The complainant has not attempted to follow up and contact them and ask about the $250.
They've never even reached out since the last 3 settings. I mean, I guess Alex, reach out to see if that's still correct, but I'm going to tell you now, it's not fair that there's an accident, there's restitution, but it should be made whole, and that's it. It can always be done through probation as well, but I mean, yeah. Can you give me 2 minutes?
Yes,
Let me
sir.
see.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Hugh. Okay.
It's for Shinjiro Nabiyama.
Him?
Yes. And he was out on bond for the felony, but he picked this up. I was going to see if we can try to get his bond lowered in here. It's set at 5,000.
So Rashette, he's on bond for an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. What happened in that case?
So Judge, that case was in August is when the offense happened and was filed. I still update from felony.
But what happened with it? Did someone get shot? Did someone allegedly?
It was an assault involving a knife, Judge. And it doesn't look like they've been a formal offer yet. Let me look at the case now. Are you representing him on the
I'm
phone?
not.
Yeah, I don't see any indication of an offer pending right now in the notes, Judge.
Oh, he stabbed it.
It was involving a knife.
Well, I see a stabbing.
Do you want me to read PC, Judge?
No, I'm just curious as to how.
It was at a bar. The complainant was found with blood wounds across his chest. He was laying on a back in a ditch, was non-responsive with shallow labored breathing, and EMS responded.
It's very dangerous. I mean, it's now he's picked up DWI.
Figured I'd just at least ask.
Lucky they found it when they did,
Yeah.
because it could have been a,
Yes, Jack.
yeah. Sorry, Hugh.
It's okay.
So I guess just whatever you want.
Okay.
It looks like the felony's set for
Yes, I'll just,
6 till 20. You want to do further out?
yeah, I was gonna try to see maybe
Whatever you want.
right after the first of the year, that will work. All right, great. Thanks, sir. All right, thanks.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah, this was the case that I was on last week. You were kind enough to bring it back to mind. This is a gentleman, they couldn't figure out if he was in immigration or not. And we determined.
Right, okay.
And so we determined that he was in immigration. I've talked to the family. He's there now. He's gonna have his immigration hearing January 14th. I'd hate that. I'd rather not revoke the bond and then have to.
Just show me proof he's in and I won't revoke. If you have, I don't know how to look it up too. Let me see.
You know what? Hold on. The family sent me something today.
There's something that they show, there's a specific
Right.
page.
I got it right here.
Show me. That's it. Okay. So just please let her know. You want to do the day after? Okay, but if he bonds out, it's got to be immediately here.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
He gets out here.
Of course. Hi, are you ready? Hi, good morning.
Morning, how are you? I am here on Mr. Adam Ross Gafour.
In custody?
Yes, he's
That
right
him?
here. Yes. Mhm.
Are we going on one or both?
This one, the state dismissed the criminal trespass, so he's pleading to the theft.
Good morning, Mr. Gafour. Sir, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with theft. You're also charged with criminal trespass. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 20 days on the theft with credit for 8 days that you've already done. Shh. Is this how you understand it?
I understand it's time served. I'll be getting out today.
Correct.
Okay, yes.
But you need to understand that this will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Understand.
The theft can also be used to enhance your punishment at some point to a felony. If you continue to pick up theft cases, at some point they will hit you with a felony and you're looking at years instead of days. Do you understand?
Understand.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged, read to open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, it'll go on your record. You can never take it off.
Okay.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
I did plead to the offense, sir.
Yes.
I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to 20 days in jail, give you credit for the 8 days that you've done. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Abandon the hands. Okay, hi. Good morning. Yes, ma'am.
I have Mr. Naranjo on docket for today.
Okay. You said Naranjo.
Yes, sir.
In custody?
No, he's, it might be under, Martinez as well. Hold on.
Okay, because I didn't see it on there. I see it. Okay.
He got drug tested today, came out clean. So just, we're waiting on body camera, so just
Great.
reset.
Wonderful. We'll just give you a normal reset.
Thank you.
Yeah.
May I be excused? Thank you.
Well.
Hey, Judge.
I'll state.
So Judge, Alex tried 3 different numbers for the complainant. None, he didn't pick up any of them.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Mr. Romero Javier, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with failure to stop and give information. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. Are we going on both or are we going on which?
Just on FSGI, Judge. State's dismissing the UCW.
What about the weapon?
Your Honor, if I may, I believe we just got a call back from one of the numbers I attempted, so if I may step out just for a moment.
All right. Go back, have a seat.
It's Murphy's Law.
On you.
Hey, I just want.
You were going fast.
Hey,
I'm so sorry, Will.
Fine, we'll see what he says. See what he says.
Counsel for recess.
Hey, look who it is.
It is.
It's been so long.
It has. How are you doing? That's good. I have Mr. Kareem Delisling,
What's the last name?
Delesline. He's, I'm not pronouncing it right.
No, you're close enough. So,
Cases of theft and the POM.
come up, Mr. Delisling, or Delisling.
How do you pronounce your last name? Delisling.
I'm not going to play this game with you.
Yes, sir.
You continue to take off. The only reason we have you pick up a new case. It's a third bond that you've got. I'm not going to do this again. You pick up a third case or you violate conditions again, I'm going to go bonkers. Do you understand? Can you tell me where the theft was from, Alex, please?
Target. The alleged theft was from Target.
Then we're going to Target. I'm making that a condition of your bond. You're not to have any weapons. We've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Elena. She tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging. I'm telling you, at some point, someone is going to stop honing the money to get you out. Do you understand? Okay, so I'm just no going to any Target, no weapons, and that's it. Just stay in contact with you, and then we're happy.
Sounds perfect.
So, all right, come on, man. It's proud.
All right. Thank you.
All right, don't leave until you sign our bond conditions. Yes, states. Yeah. So if you can file no going to Target and then no weapons, please. All right.
No weapons as well.
Please.
Yes.
All right, please.
Thank you. Are you ready for it? Okay.
Okay, well,
So, Your Honor, I got a hold of the husband who said the vehicle was totaled. And
come up, sir.
the amount that he told me was actually $500 deductible, and he's gonna send that document by the end of today.
Okay.
So
it is what it is, but I'm.
The 4th through the 6th.
You know, Mr. Romero, sir, I want you to understand something that Harris County, we have so many people here and we have so many accidents. It's ridiculous. We have car insurance for a reason. When you have, and when you're driving, you're expected to maintain and follow the law. One of those is maintain liability car insurance, because when you don't and you get into an accident, there are very, very big consequences. Let's say, for example, somehow someone goes out, gets into an accident and kills someone. Who do you think they're going to come after? Right. And they will get a judgment, and then just who knows what they can attach, who knows how much they can sue you for. And when that happens, you'll never recover from it. That's why for $40 to $50 a month, you get insurance that protects you in the event. They can also give you a lawyer to help you with these types of cases when there's something that happens. But God forbid something catastrophic really happens and ruins your life because of it. I routinely get emails where people come to me and say, hey, how do I get help here? I've gotten into an accident. They're suing me for $50,000 and I now have to go hire a lawyer and I don't have any money to go hire a lawyer. What do I do? This is real life. This is what you do. Now, in this case here, there is a deductible of how much? $500. That's part of the agreement. So that's something that it was part of the agreement when they initially did this. So you're working, right?
Not completely, sir.
Why not?
Since because the winter came, we got laid off. So all I've been doing, I've been going to Home Depot and sometimes I get hired, sometimes I don't,
Do you have an ID?
No.
Have you ever tried to go get an ID?
I'm not from here.
You're not a citizen, Judge.
Yeah, I got laid off because of the winter. And all I've been going to Home Depot. And sometimes I get hired, sometimes I don't. And that's the only way, what I'm saying, I'm able to, in a sort of way, maintain paying bills.
You have children.
Yes, sir.
How are you supporting your children, man?
Well, the same way. I'm going by Home Depot, sending them money to them because I'm not with them.
There are other ways. Find a trade. I'm sure that you have friends that are either carpenters, brick masons, something other where you can learn a trade, be good at it, make a name for yourself, and you can really make some money. Hanging out at Home Depot, waiting for someone that's not the one to find.
I mean, I hear you, sir. I hear you, but like you say, I've been going through like companies here. Trust me, I've been going everywhere. And my last resource, my last option is to go right there because, that's the only way that I can find something at the moment while I'm waiting for something to happen.
Judge, I'd like to see what documentation complainant can come with. So we can see the validity of that. If that is something that they're truly going to want as a condition of anything, we have to put it on like a probation.
I mean, it's
a trial,
Are you okay with bypassing that? Are you okay with bypassing the deductible and just going forward with it?
I believe so, Judge.
The problem is, Mr. Ramirez, how is it fair?
It's not fair.
Why? It's
not fair, sir. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm willing to like pay for my crime, pay.
But that's not what it's about. I get it. But the problem is now all you're doing is you're making your life more difficult in the process.
Yes, sir.
The more convictions you get, the harder it becomes to get a job. And the harder it becomes to get a job, all you're doing is you're continually shooting yourself in the foot over and over and over. This life can be either a great journey or it could be an awful journey.
Yes, sir.
And the more convictions you get,
the harder it is.
Think before you act. Think before you speak. It's not hard. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. You need to realize that. Don't get into a car if you don't have insurance. If you don't have a license, don't get into a car. I will have jurisdiction over you for the next 5 years. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
State, you okay with going forward?
Yes, Your Honor, we would be fine with the time served on the FSGI in exchange for the dismissal on the UCW, and we can waive rest.
And then as far as the weapon is forfeited, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the weapon will be forfeited. You're not going to get this weapon back. Do you understand?
Sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. This is going to go on your record, like I said, and it's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. You understand? This can also have immigration consequences as well. If you're not a citizen, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. If you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail, it's only a matter of time before ICE gets a hold of you and you'll be stuck like Chuck in there. Do you understand? you better live with a freaking halo because you have a lot to lose.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, there's no turning back. You cannot change this. You understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of failure to stop and give information? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll find you guilty, sentence you to the 3 days in jail, credit for the time that you've done, is it 2 days? 9 days in jail, credit for the 3 days that you've done. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. All right, thanks, Will. And thank you.
So Mr. Curry, Your Honor, for a plea.
Good morning, Mr. Curry. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Curry, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You're also charged with criminal trespass. Is that it? The agreement looks like you've worked out is they're going to dismiss the criminal trespass in exchange for your plea on the theft. It's 35 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. Is this how you understand it, Mr. Curry?
Yeah.
It's time, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is this how you understand
Yes,
it?
sir.
It's not time served. You still have a little bit more time to do.
No, he has, I think we may be written up separately. We did it.
I have 35 credit for 2.
He has 35 days
I don't know.
credit for the, it's weird because it was in the theft, but they didn't credit him for the,
We're pleading to the theft, right?
yes, we're playing on the theft. And it was,
So it looks like the original offer was put in was for 3 days time served. For some reason, the plea paperwork was filed incorrectly and says 35 days. So we're gonna refile that.
Do you want to, okay,
okay, we'll stand down and then.
yeah,
Yeah, because it only says 2 days on mine.
yeah. They're gonna have to redo it. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Runs. How are you, man? Tell me about your guy.
So I spoke with him. We've been trying to work things out with him.
Get it.
Financial things like that. And I think just based on the amount of time we've already given him, asking for the office.
Has he filled out the application?
Yeah, he did. We went ahead and got it done. And I spoke with him a little bit to understand what's going on. If he is able to work something out, he says he'll follow up with us down the road, but he understands for now.
Come up. Come up. Yes. Are you married?
No. No, Your Honor.
Who do you live with anyone?
I live with my girlfriend.
Okay. How much money does your girlfriend make a month? Do you need to, this is all the stuff that you've left a lot of stuff blank. You need to fill this out. I'll grant your motion, okay? But you're not done with this. You need to fill this out correctly. You've not filled it out. So I'll give it back to you to fill out.
I don't really know how much is close to 1,500 a month. You know, that's what she's making.
I'll give it back to you to fill out, but we need you to, complete it, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Grant your motion.
Yes, sir.
All right, come on.
So essentially.
Hi, Mr. D.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, Your Honor. Thank you. This Olivia Torres. Got a plea for you, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, I know, so to the judge, I know, Your Honor, I know, yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Torres. Ma'am, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a deferred adjudication. This is a great deal. If you can complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record, which is really important, But you need to understand that you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this agreement. And if you complete it successfully, like I said, you don't end up with a conviction, but if you do something to violate this agreement, we issue a warrant for your arrest. Shh. We put you in custody, bring you back out, determine if you violated it. And if you did, you're looking at an entire year in jail. You understand? To complete it successfully, you must do a thinking for a change. You must also do an anger management class. You must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess further conditions, you must fulfill them. No threatening, harassing, or abusive contact with the Derek Michael Waters and Miss Mendoza. Do you understand? Like I said, if you violate this, we issue a warrant for your arrest, and then you're looking at a lot of time in jail. I'll make you a deal. If you do well, you get all your classes done. If you're nice to everybody, we can perhaps take you off in half the time. It could be done in 6 months if you get everything done quick, and most of all, be nice to everybody. Which thinking for a change did you want?
Whatever the standard one is, that's all the plea report, like thinking for a change, whatever the standard course is.
So I guess just do the smaller one. Yeah. All right. It's a big deal because there's the long thinking for change, which is 4 months, and then there's the smaller one. So we're not asking much. You also understand there's no weapons and you cannot consume alcohol or illegal drugs as well. How old are you, man?
How old are you, Judge?
How old are you,
How
man?
old are you?
19.
Okay. Did you graduate from high school? Did you graduate from high school? Okay.
No, sir, and yes, sir, to the judge.
So what are you going to do with yourself? What are you going to do with yourself? Shh. You're 19. You didn't graduate from high school. Where are you going?
Trying to go for it. I've been working right now in a promotion of getting my GED.
I'd like to make that a condition as well. Please. Guys, if you're okay with that.
Yes, Judge, we're okay with that.
That's probably one of the most important things here. You cannot go through life without having your GED. You will make pennies to when anybody else is making $1. It's a proven fact. You have to have at least a high school education. You have to know something in this life. Knowledge is power. Don't rely on a man. That man may never be there in the future for you. And if you don't have a skill, if you don't have a trade, if you don't have a career, you'll be penniless and life sucks without money. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what I'm going to do is within 3 weeks, we want to see that she's signed up for a GED class. I'd like to keep it here, or I'd like to keep it close so that we can seriously monitor her. I'm going to monitor you myself because I want to make sure that you're at least getting your GED. It's extremely important. Do you understand, Ms. Torres?
Yes, sir.
I will waive all your costs for everything that I can. It's never about money. It's about you doing what you say you're going to do and staying out of trouble. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, once you are in with us, you're signing a contract with us. And I'm going to tell you now, I will hold you to this until you get your GED. And if you start playing with us, you start toying with us, we can amend it, put you in, take you back out until you take us seriously. No dope, no alcohol, get your GED. Do you have any questions? If you ever have a question, if you ever have an issue, all you have to do is tell us. In here, you have to be able to talk with us, tell us what's going on, if there's ever a problem. If you just take off and you blow us off, I'm gonna issue a warrant for your arrest. You will end up going to jail. And I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna hold you to this until at a minimum you get your GED. You understand? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Sorry?
How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? I'm not gonna find you guilty. I will withhold that for a year. Get it done, make us proud. Good luck, man.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Gill.
Yes, sir.
Judge Mayor. Oh, never mind, Judge.
Okay, we might get it done.
Okay, so for Mr. Powell, we found the order for the jail release. It's e-filed. I believe it's in your queue. If you could sign that. And also if you could grant a pretrial bond.
Yes.
And then second, third, when do you want to put him on docket?
Tomorrow. So he gets released tomorrow. So we just roll it to tomorrow. And then he should be getting out at 2. And hopefully
You
there'll be
want to bring him
someone.
up tomorrow?
No.
No,
We don't bring him up because then they're not gonna release him. So, yeah, do we set up tomorrow or the following day? So don't bring him up.
It's a release instructions. He's gonna get out tomorrow if they want to put a next court date.
Oh, good. They'd still release them for the releasing instructions.
So the releasing, it would be about 2 p.m. I don't see a point in bringing them up for the morning docket if we could put them for Wednesday and then I can just verify.
Sure.
All right, thanks, Judge.
Have problems with it. All right, so we're back, Mr. Curry. So the agreement that you have worked out is 3 days in jail on the theft, where you're facing up to 6 months and or $2,000 fine, credit for the, you said 2?
Okay, that's what the.
Yeah, it's 2 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. Mr. Curry, you need to understand, at some point, they're gonna hit you with a felony if you continue to pick up these cases. Do you understand? Then you're facing years instead of days. As part of the agreement, they're going to dismiss the criminal trespass. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you cannot take this away. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
Oh, yes.
I will find you guilty, send you to it, and good luck to you, sir. Thanks you. Hi.
Hi, so the plea went okay, the time, okay.
Yeah,
And I
I think
spoke
so.
with her just about how y'all do it with the numbers differently in here, so I apologize for my confusion.
It's okay. I just, if there is, usually it's, but I guess, thanks.
Did you dismiss them or did you?
And I'm still like up in the air. Hey, I'm gonna grant both of these. One's a Spanish. And I want to talk to the lawyer because I have a problem with homeboy over there. You want Mr. Delisling? Mr. Delisling, come up. Hi, counsel. Come on in. Good morning.
For Mr. Earl, we're taking a plea.
Are you ready on Earl?
I'm sorry.
Has he signed everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm ready when you are. Come up, Mr. Earl. What are we doing on Mr. Earl?
Sir, plea for this is his second race.
Mr. Earl, you're charged with, You're charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 1 day in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. This is now a conviction on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Do you know that last week we had someone come in here with the same type of case and their car had been seized and taken? It was what was it, I think it was like a $70,000 car, $80,000 car that they had taken, seized, gone. You now are on notice. 610, 59, tollway, that's not the right place. There are proper places in Houston, but don't endanger my county. Do you understand? I promise you, dude. Hey, Stephen, what was that car that they seized? A Hellcat? Isn't that what it was? Imagine.
I have a charge of seized as well.
You know what I mean? Really, it's not hard. If you get the itch, find another place. Not on my highways. You understand? The other thing you need to understand is that from now on, what we're doing today, you're now facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Minimum 30 days. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, that's it. It will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, send it to you, the agreement. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, sir. Take care. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Judge, I'm approaching on Marissa Vessel. I just got appointed to her this morning. She has a waiver. Do you want her brought out for the waiver, or do you just want me to have her go sign it? She also has 2 misdemeanor cases here that we might have to do bond on.
Thank you. Yeah, let's do the waiver, please, if you don't mind, please.
She's on the other side, Judge.
Okay.
Judge, you want me to stand down while they go get her so you can handle some other business?
Sure. Hugh.
Yes.
You need me?
Yes, Judge. I was going to approach on Victoria Jackson.
Thank you.
So it looks like we're gonna, I guess, all set for trial, the trial setting, great.
Mr. Chairman, so we almost have the full phone number for the witness. We're missing the 3 numbers, and so because, yes, maybe some connections to get that phone number. I wanted us to speak with the witness.
Do you want
before
to,
I dismiss this case.
do you want a little bit more time to see if you can get it? Like a week?
If you want to do it.
That would be
yeah.
great, Your
Yeah.
Honor.
It's up to you.
Yes, sir.
It's getting up,
If
but
we can do that, that would be wonderful.
it's just a matter of getting the rest. That's really funny.
I've listened to the body cam so many times, trying to listen, try to make it louder, but I can't understand the 3.
Okay, set it a week and then hopefully it's enough.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Okay, guys.
And then Judge, I also have Kevin Halbert, I was just appointed to, he wanted to keep with the scale hearing and then he'll have it set for
Sure,
weeks.
of course.
Page 40.
And I also have motions to substitutes and Neil Crew was on this case before.
Got it. Is this Halbert? Okay, let me see.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay, I guess Does Halbert have anything else open? Or it's just that one case?
Just that one case.
Let me see. What did they- I'm surprised he's still in.
Yeah, it's set for $1,000. But I mean, if we could do a PR bond, that'd be.
No, I mean, he's been gone for that. I mean, I'm, willing to work with you. Let's give it some time. If he's still in there, like, we'll talk.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Like a shorter reset.
Whatever he wants. Just a shorter one for sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good morning. Pretty good. How are you? So, well, the last name was with a V, right? Vessel, right, all right. So Ms. Vessel, you're here for several reasons. It looks like you've picked up two cases with us. You've picked up a criminal mischief, failure to identify oneself as a fugitive from justice. So on that one, you're facing up to a year. On the mischief, you're facing up to 6 months. But you also, it looks like, have a fugitive case. It looks like.
For 2 counts of simple robbery.
Is that how you understand it? You're wanted out of East Baton
Yes, sir.
Rouge for 2 counts of simple robbery. Are you waiving formal extradition on those 2 cases?
All I know is I want to do the 14-day thing.
Then you must waive.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Now, has she made bond on the new cases or no?
She has not made bond on the criminal mischief and the
So
failure.
here's the kicker. You have not made bond on those cases. So essentially, that 14 days is told, meaning it's put on hold until you either take care of these cases or you make bond on those cases. Do you understand? So I guess, and are you appointed on those other 2 cases as well? So the lucky thing is that you're in this court with those 2 cases, so perhaps you guys can, but we'll put the waiver in file. So as soon as all that's taken care of, the 14 days will kick in. All right? I'll have him explain it to you.
Okay, so
Just like what I explained earlier, is that these 2 local cases are gonna prevent you from being transported. And until these cases are either resolved or you post bond, they wouldn't be able to transport you because you still have a local.
so I wouldn't be able to get a PR going on these 2 cases.
Even if you get a PR bond on these 2 cases, you would still be stuck in custody on your fugitive case. Unless you posted a bond on your fugitive case as well.
What you mean?
So.
Oh, until the
even-
14
even if-
days or?
Yeah, even if.
14 days is just kind of stopped until you take care of the 2 new cases.
Okay, meaning.
Once you take care of those 2 new cases, by either 2 ways, you either dispose of it by pleading guilty or you post bond on those cases. If one of those 2 things happen, then the 14 days starts running for East Baton Rouge to come get you.
Can't get credit for time served on me.
I'll talk to the prosecutor.
He'll talk to you about that. I can't talk to you about that now, but he can talk to you about it.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So we need her please to sign.
She can't sign it here. I'll bring it.
Okay, that's okay. All right. All right. Good luck, Ms. Vessel.
Set it for a week, but I was gonna see if we can get it set for this Friday, because I'm gonna be out of town next week.
Sure.
Yes. You want me to approach on a different case?
Okay.
You want me to approach? I have a different case.
Okay.
I have Omar Saeed and
Oh, where's Mr. Omar
he's
Saeed?
in custody, Judge. Do I have him
Okay.
brought out?
I'm surprised we got him today. I didn't think he was going to be here.
He's back there, Judge.
So he picked up a new case, right?
Yes, Judge. He told me he lives by himself here in Houston. I'm trying to see if we can get a personal bond on him. He does have family here in Houston, his mother, and he has some cousins. He says he has some medical problems,
Please.
including a something he described as a brain coma.
A brain coma?
That's what he described. I asked him what that was, and he described it as a brain coma, that sometimes his brain.
Let's talk to him and find out.
Judge does tell the officers that he thought someone was shooting at him and a voice inside his head told him to break the window. And there was it's not a connected AFM, it's a separate AFM. And it was like the mental health diversion program had been offered to him in the form of a PTI. So I do think.
That sucks. So does this derail that?
I don't know, Judge. I feel like,
Take your time. There's no rush.
yeah,
Speak with them. Is it still Brad Morris that's over there?
let me see.
I guess-
Logan put that.
Were you representing on the first one, right?
Yeah.
So you were gonna do the mental health PTI. Now, I don't know with this new case if that kind of takes it off the table or not.
That's what I was asking about. I'm not sure.
I
if they're
think it
gonna
is
keep that
Brad Moore.
PTI.
So speak to them and see whether they're
Keep that
okay.
on file. It's good.
And then,
Connect with this criminal mischief.
well, hold on. I want him to hear about this.
Yes,
Just
okay,
let's
Judge.
wait
And this is the first setting for him on the,
on the new one.
I think, no, just kidding. It's the second,
Oh, you're right. No,
but I don't think he showed up for the other one.
oh, no, it's the first one, the probable cause docket with the magistrate.
That was, so it's the first time he's here, Judge, so you may want to arraign him.
Said,
Good morning, Judge.
how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing great. So you were on bond for an assault case, and now you've picked up a new case. You've picked up a criminal mischief. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. So Mr. Sims was appointed to represent you on the assault. He's now also going to represent you on the criminal mischief. I have no idea what happened. So we're going to do probable cause real quick because I want to see what happened, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
Yes, Judge. On December 12th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to an apartment complex regarding a disturbance. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, the property manager, who stated she was working inside the leasing office when she received a call from a resident stating there was a man breaking windows inside the apartment complex. The complainant stated she left immediately and saw the defendant walk up to a unit and smash the front window with a closed fist and elbow. The complainant stated the defendant then walked into his apartment, a next door unit, and the complainant stated she recognized the defendant and has had multiple issues with him in the past. The complainant stated both the front windows of the two next door units were destroyed, and each window would cost $1,000 to fix, so a total of $2,000.
So I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. You know, we gave you a PR bond. All we asked you to do is not get in trouble, and now you've picked up a new case.
Sir, I have an illness. I kind of had my house got broken into.
But I don't want to talk about the case because we've got a bunch of DAs here, and then whatever you say, they can use against you. But what we can do now is I don't know how to go forward with this. You know, all I know is that we've asked you not to pick up a new case, and you picked up a new case. And all I want, Mr. Said, is I want my county safe. That's it. And I don't know how to go forward. So perhaps we get a TRAS done to see how we go forward. In the interim, let's see what state says about, you know, your lawyer had worked out a great offer for you on the first case where it was going to be a mental health diversion program where if you get a little help, they were going to dismiss the case. I don't know how we're going to go forward now because of this new case. We need a little bit of time to figure out how we're going to go forward though. So I know you want to get out, but I don't know how comfortable I feel giving you another PR bond. We gave you one and here we are again. If I give you another one, what's going to happen? It's a rhetorical question. I don't want you to answer, but that's what I'm thinking now. If I give you another PR bond, what's going to happen? Who do you have here in your life that's here to help you?
My father, mother, sister.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is this, is that I'd like to get in, perhaps Mr. Sims can get in touch with your family to see how best we also go forward. You know, I don't know who you're living with. I don't know whether they're able to, you know.
You have your own apartment, correct? He lives by himself in his own apartment.
Yeah, I still would like to reach out to your family to see how we go forward. The other thing is this, is that normally when we have cases like this, I forbid you from going back to the apartment complex.
That's what I was gonna put you on, Judge. I will need to speak to the leasing officer. I don't know if they will still want him. I don't know if they're planning to evict him because the 2 units that he caused damage to were in the apartment complex that he lives in. So I don't know how.
And I'll tell you, I don't know.
me to step out and?
No. I mean, because nothing's gonna happen right now anyway. So I guess reach out to them, see what their feelings are on the matter. Now, we're not gonna take a long time to do this, Mr. Said, but I don't know how to go forward, and we need to figure it out the best way for you so that we don't want this to happen again. And we don't want something even more catastrophic to happen. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Sims to reach out to your family. We'll also see about getting you with a TRAS to see how we also go forward with this as well. And then with the state to see if they're still okay with the mental health PTI, okay? So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that it's gonna take a couple days to get this done. Okay?
I don't think I have a lot of health problems. One of them.
I'll let you talk with Mr. Sims and he can tell you, he can tell me what and how to go forward, okay? But I don't want you to say anything now because like I said, I don't want you to get in further trouble, okay? I wanted to bring you out to let you know the roadmap and how we're gonna go forward, okay? All right, thank you. Hi. Hi. Good morning.
I have a plea and then some other resets. The first plea is Mr. Brown.
Brown.
Brown, yes.
Come up, Mr. Brown. Morning, Mr. Brown. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. You need to understand that even though they are reducing this to a first, that's still 2 DWIs now on your record. What happens on the next one? What happens?
I go to prison. I go to jail.
Not jail.
Prison.
Right. Minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And I'm going to tell you now, if an officer pulls you over, the only thing they look at is your record and how you look. You got that smell, even the funkiest smell, don't matter. You understand? So if I were you, I would never get in a car, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, because it's a humongous risk, financial as well, because this is not going to be cheap for you. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, there's no turning back. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
As part of this agreement, you will do a DWI repeat offender education program. Two victim impact panels. You will also do what's called a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. They could say, supportive outpatient treatment. It may say intensive outpatient treatment, whatever it is, you must fulfill those conditions as well. No breath test refusal. So if you're pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit a breath sample, you must do it. No drugs, alcohol, guardian interlock. Do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One of the things is 40 hours of community service. I think that probably a parenting class would be better than just mindless work. If you guys are okay with it.
Okay,
Yes.
So is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above in this case?
True. Yes, sir.
Okay. So a couple things. Don't drink alcohol. If you don't have a license, don't drive. You are now on this probation and we expect you to fulfill it. If you don't, there are serious, serious consequences. One of the other things is that there is a surcharge on your license that you're going to be required to pay. It's a $4,500 surcharge. You will get 2 years to pay it, but you have to do it. Do you understand? DWI is big business in Harris County. And it will actually in Texas. I tell you, if it continues, one of two things happen. You're going to be broke or you're going to end up in prison. One button on your phone, $50, wherever you want to go. You know what I mean? I hope that you get it now before it becomes too late. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, send you to it. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Yeah, a year. I have to suspend your license. I'm gonna do it for a year. Just, if you do well throughout the probation, come back and we can talk about a license. But you gotta be in compliance, do well, and above all, just don't drink. All right? Okay, good luck. Yeah, 45, in 2 years. Okay, who else do you have?
Yes, and then I have Mr. Cheney.
Okay,
And on
No, I
Mr.
got it.
Cheney, they need to do a rip on it. They need to reach out to the complainant again to see, there's some information that came to light about the case that he may have been allowed to be there. So, that's my understanding right
it's
now.
190 days old, a week on Cheney, please. Okay, all right.
Thank you, sir.
Who else?
And then the next one is Mr. Harry Sanchez.
Judge, I'm sorry, Cheney, how much time did you give?
1 week
1 week?
for state to rip, yeah. And you said Sanchez, right? Okay. I see it
And we're gonna be signing him up for a TRAS.
today.
Yes.
Okay, sure. So I guess on that one, are you approved or do you need a
If he's
medication?
approved, so we just
Okay.
need to sign him up for the TRAS.
Is he here now?
No, he is not.
Okay. Okay, if you want to set it for a particular day, we'll do whatever you want. And then they got to be back like 2 weeks to 3 weeks after that. All right. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thanks. Stephen.
We'll just email people tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey. Hi.
I'm back again. Last name is Beugre. It's like a DWI. Looks
Okay.
like, I don't know kind of what happened. It seems like.
So they withdrew because didn't pay. And it looked like that they were gonna do the PTI route.
Okay.
It's 140 now, so we can give you, I guess, a short reset just to look for you, see what you guys want to do, and then come back.
PTI offer is
Is he
apparently
approved or not approved?
Nathan
Alex?
approved it.
Yes, it is approved, yes.
Okay, so basically it just needs an application and then the
Judge,
TRS.
contract was already sent out today, if I'm not mistaken. So
What, were they that far in the process?
The contract was sent today, Judge.
GAP and Interlock.
Okay, so he's done the TRS? Obviously, right? Because there's something, all right, come up. I didn't realize they were that in the home stretch. Okay, so here's the deal. You're basically in the home stretch of this thing anyways to enter into the diversion program. Elaine is gonna get the contract. She's gonna need to go over it with you. You will need to do 2 more remaining things. You will need to get the interlock. You will have to pay the district attorney fee. Once you do that, you will be in the program. So it's at 140 days now. I guess we can give you, 30 days for you to get it done.
Okay, I
Um,
would be out until the first week in February. Would that be okay? We say to February?
you're really gonna be on all of January?
Yes. I'm coming back the last week of January, the first 2 days, but then I'm taking a COE the last part of January. So we can try to get it in if it's just a DAP.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's,
If we could get that in, I guess before the end of the year, that would be great.
yeah. How soon will it take you to pay there's a $300 fee and you have to get the interlock. How long do you think it'll take for you to do that?
You said 300?
Uh-huh.
I can pay it.
Once you pay that, get proof, and do you have the interlock in your car now? Okay, you need to do both of those things to enter into the program. The sooner you do it, the better, because she's leaving all of January, I guess.
The alternative, I don't know if there's no driving affidavit if he doesn't have. I guess we need to look at the license suspension and I'll take a look at that.
Can you
Yeah,
run
I
us?
have an ALR and my driver's license is not suspended.
Okay.
What are you saying?
His driver's license is not suspended,
Okay,
so
so
he would have to get the
And
interlock.
Your Honor, I have an email saying that he was approved for a portable due to him operating a work company vehicle. So I believe a portable is what has been offered by Brenda, is what she said in an email.
Got it. Okay, so let's do this. Do you think you can pay the DA fee and get the interlock done within the next 2 weeks?
Next 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
I'm sure about the fee, but for the interlock, I don't know how much I'm supposed to pay for.
Miss Elena can get with you to let you know how to do that. All of that is in the contract.
In the contract.
Have information within all the various vendors and they can tell you how to get that. set.
Right. So why don't we do this? Why don't we set it, I guess maybe like, you wanna do that?
I don't have a problem with what that.
Okay, so we'll set you off for the 30th. Okay, you're gonna need to get together with Miss Elena quick so that you guys can get on the same page. The most difficult thing will be for you to get the interlock, but you need to make the appointment as soon as possible because they're really busy. Don't wait till the day before court. Call today, tomorrow, or the next day to make the appointment. When you get that, pay also the DA fee, and then you're in the program. Okay, the idea is to do that before she goes because she's going to be gone for a long time, and it makes no sense for you to wait all that time when you can be working toward the goal.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes,
all
sir.
right.
Thanks. Thank you.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Elena.
All right, go ahead and sign it.
Hi, Mac.
Judge, how are
What's
you?
up? How are you?
I'm okay, just ready for the holidays. It seems like this week is always the worst week, right? Rushing to get.
It's the next week, yeah.
So I'm approaching on Kathleen Nguyen. Nguyen, Nguyen.
Okay. Tell me.
Oh, Judge, so defense and I have spoken already. We're just asking that we roll it till Thursday, or just, maybe even just tomorrow, just a little bit.
You don't have the videos.
No, I do have the, I do
would
have
be fine
the,
too,
yeah, I do have the videos, Judge. It was set for an eval. I'm just not finished watching
Okay,
everything.
I'm okay with that. You went to Thursday?
Thursday would be perfect.
Okay.
The rest
sure.
of the week is already at like 100 cases a day because it's a holiday next week. Maybe we could put it on for Monday or Thursday.
Okay, I guess Monday. But at that time, we need to know, do you know?
It out, Judge. I just want to be thorough and make sure I finish watching everything before we.
Sure.
And Judge, if it's up for Monday, which I'm fine with, would there be any way that I could appear on Zoom? Or would you?
I'm not gonna be
prefer
here
my-
that Monday.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, well,
I'm here that Monday.
reset it. So which one is it?
Say it again?
Well, I'm just trying to avoid coming in that way because all my kids are home and but.
I normally would say yes, but if, like, that Thursday, I'll be here. You want to do that Thursday?
I would love to do that Thursday.
Do it.
We can.
Yeah.
Sure.
Done.
Can you zoom in?
No, my kids aren't out of school until Monday, so
Oh, okay.
technically half day Friday, all the.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring all my kids here too, so.
Wait, are you saying
I'm here,
this
Mac.
Thursday or next Thursday?
This Thursday.
I think she.
Next Thursday.
Oh, next Thursday? All right, that's even worse. Let's just do Monday. I'll make it work.
Okay.
I'll just bring all my kids in, they can.
Not here. I can't Zoom that Monday, though. You sure?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just have the signature. I'm just kidding. I'll figure something out.
Bring him.
Like I see Nathan bring his kids sometimes.
See?
Like,
Really?
I see,
We're happy to host them.
I've seen Court Acres kids go around, like, I think it's normal.
It's not a problem. We'll just put them in the holdover. You know?
Thanks, sir.
Of course, man. Hey,
As I'm reapproaching on Mr. Cheney, I just realized next week is the holiday season, is of Christmas. So I know I'm covering for Carrington Turner today.
sure.
I'm gonna be out and she's gonna be out. So is there any way we can push it to the 30th? Or even this Friday?
What are we doing again?
They're trying to reach the complainant in this case.
Yes, Judge.
I mean, can you Zoom? Or can she Zoom?
She's saying no.
But on that day, it's plea or trial. I'll give you to the 30th, but it's plea or trial on the day. It's over 200 days, man.
Okay, I
You know what I
understand.
mean?
Okay.
I've got to say when. So I'll give you to the 30th,
Okay,
but it's plea or trial on that day.
okay, understood.
All right.
Thank you.
Before you leave, I need to speak to him, please. Wait, just 2 seconds. I'm not happy with him. Hey, did he test?
He's taking a test right now.
No, not Wyckoff, the other gentleman.
Officers, yes, they came up presumptively for THC and alcohol.
Did we order him not to use?
The policy, on use can be.
I cannot imagine that we didn't order him not to use. Did we really order him not to use? Come up, Mr. Foster. You are not to use alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. You tested positive for marijuana, you tested positive for alcohol today. No more. Do you understand? You will get tested 45 days from today. If you test positive for marijuana, it's not going to go well. Do you understand? No smoking marijuana, no using. Understood? You will be randomly tested. If they call you to test and you fail to appear, then your bond will be revoked. Go ahead, take a seat for me while we finish up the paperwork with you, sir. You ready?
Well, we need an interpreter, but unless you want me to do it. I'm just in trial on 184th, but I'm on my lunch break, so yeah.
Try. Good job. Thank you for coming. Really, good job.
Yeah, they texted me and I'm like, I was downstairs.
Not many will, so. Senor Gámez. Sacaste tu primero y declaraste culpable en junio. Ya 4 meses tienes un segundo. Esta no es una buena cosa. Y te digo ahora, si tú estás manejando, te pongo en la cárcel tan rápido que vas a estar como así. ¿Me entiendes, Méndez? No manejes para nada. On the affidavit, there's an indication that there may be. So I want, and please relate to him and admonish him you know, I'm not happy with him. And if he's driving now, it's really going to end up poorly. No manejes para nada. No me importa qué estás haciendo en tu vida ahora. No tomas, no usas drogas ilegal. ¿Entiendes? Si te pillan manejando, hijo de la grande. All right, goes with you. Yeah, did he sign an affidavit, right?
Not today.
No, but let me see. Yeah, there's an affidavit already in file. So please impress upon him. Just come up, Mr. Valderas. I got it, but I'm keeping. Come up
Mr. Valdez also.
in the box.
I think so, which was the car was also. Okay, so that was. He went and gave the young son, came back.
Okay, Mr. Come up, Mr. Valderas. Have you played Monopoly before?
No, sir.
You've never played Monopoly before?
No.
In the game of Monopoly, you get a get out of jail free card. This is it. Not gonna happen again. You failed to give a sample the last time when you were supposed to. It's not gonna happen again. If you fail to live up to your side of the bond conditions, your bond will be revoked, you will go into jail. That's it. Do you understand? I'm not gonna play this game with you. We have expectations in this court, and you are to live up to these expectations, and when you don't, actions have consequences, and that consequence is a revocation of that bond and straight to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm happy that you tested negative now, but if you're called upon to test and you fail the test, that's it. Understand? Okay. All right, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. Judge Neil McKay, I will prosecute with you, Judge, in this court.
Wow. That's number one.
Judge Neil, great Scotsman.
I hold on a second. We're talking 70s here. I mean, but I don't want to. I think I want to say he was the number one judge in here, and that was.
I tried a lot of cases in this court.
Let me see. Hold on a second. I'll tell you.
He played bagpipes. He was in the, what's that fraternal organization?
Neil McKay, he was in 1973 in August was the first time he sat on the bench, and he retired in 86, in December of 86. So yeah.
Been here in the mid-70s.
Wow.
Yeah. Great man, great man.
Yeah, never met him.
All right, just
All
thank
right,
you so
guys.
much for your consideration.
Of course.
I mean, I'm trying to.
Just impress upon him.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You have a seat?
Please, you're free to go.
Continue supervision, Judge.
Please. Yeah. All right, I think we're done.
We have Mr. Wyckoff. It was presumptive for cocaine and THC.
Come up, Mr. Wyckoff.
So, what do we do for one? 4, 1, 5, 6. Okay.
What's your calendar?
Well, on the 6th, I only have 2 cases. So, and on the 5th, I have 3.
Your client, hey, Joseph, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone.
Let's try the. Which one do you prefer?
Joseph,
He's away.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then
I have your client here, Mr. Wyckoff, with me.
Yes, Judge.
We sent him for another drug test today.
Yes.
He tested positive for cocaine
And THC.
and THC.
All right, Judge. Are you going to?
I mean, how can I let him go when he's testing positive for cocaine?
I've talked to him.
The last, you ain't giving me no
numerous
window.
times.
The last test was confirmed negative, Judge, or it was positive just for THC.
Your last test here tested positive for only THC. And now you're testing positive for cocaine.
Using, I probably been on my pants or
Don't
something.
even, I don't want you to say anything,
Haven't
but
been using. I was just in here
everybody
Friday.
using? I don't want you to use alcohol or illegal drugs.
I haven't been.
And you just tested positive again for cocaine. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. It goes with you. Joseph, he'll pop up on tomorrow's docket, and I guess I'll reach out to you then and we'll see how we go forward.
Stop talking.
I'll be in the courthouse, Judge, so I can just stop by.
All right. Thanks, Joseph.
Thank you.
Judge, that is it.
Okay. All right.
For Thomas, they were presumptive for THC, he should be walking back right now.
Okay. But we don't have the lawyer here anyways.
Tomorrow.
So, yeah, I guess so. And we'll reach out to her and see what, okay. All right, guys, we're done.
Thank you, Judge.
Bye,
That's
guys.
so funny. You did this on purpose.
I want to.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Monday night. That's all she wrote. That was a jam-packed segment, 2 hours of Fleischer. And keep in mind, this is just the first day of the week. We got 4 more of these to go. So come by here every night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be here. Chad will be here. We'll be talking about the docket of the day. And I'm sure Judge Fleischer will be doing Judge Fleischer every single day. Earl, tomorrow is the next one. He'll be, I believe he'll be live tomorrow. We do this every single night that he goes live. So if he's live tomorrow, we'll be here tomorrow night. So that's the big factor. I really appreciate everybody. Chat's been great. Craziness. I'm your Lone Wolf Usul. I'm your curator for these here. Videos. I do what I do, and I look forward to seeing you every single night that I'm here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. This has been the Fleischer Forum, live from the gallery. We'll see you again next time. Y'all have a good night.